Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Edwin.
And I'm Joseph.
And this is
Edwin and Joseph Talks.
So as you can see, we're joined again by our special guest, Miss M. And what are we going to be doing today?
Today we are going to be doing a chicken nugget tasting.
So,
chicken nugget versus chicken nugget.
There you go. So we have 8 different nuggets. You go ahead and explain to them a little bit.
All right. So we try to vary the brand and kind of taste. Before we start, or maybe even when we do one nugget, I'll tell you a fact about nuggets, and we'll kind of go from there. So the first one, I'll let you pull it up, is a gluten-free dino nugget.
And this one is distributed by Golden Platter Foods from New York, New Jersey.
All right, so we're gonna see how well Golden Platter Foods does with their gluten-free.
It is gluten-free.
There you go.
Now, while they taste theirs, it says in the 50s and 60s, more Americans than ever suffer from heart attacks, and the doctors finally getting to clue that saturated fats and red meats might be a factor. For a burger joint like McDonald's, that meant sales were dropping. To bring back consumers, the fast food chains started working on chicken items to round out the beef forward menu, according to Time magazine. The result was a chicken nugget. So, let me try mine.
I really like mine. They didn't taste that bad.
They're pretty flavorless to me. The crunch is good.
They don't taste that bad, but they're really crunchy.
They are really crunchy. That's because we were trying to keep them warm while doing this.
I like the taste.
I think this is going to be a good kind of standard. The test for the rest, because it has a gluten-free outside, so that's going to be kind of bland. So the flavor that we do get is going to be probably straight nugget.
Yeah. Now, I mean, for a healthy choice, it's not as bad as the organic popcorn we did in our second video. It does have a little bit better flavor than it did.
If it wasn't as crunchy, it's a little overdone. It's probably,
where that's on our end.
That's on our end. They would be all right. You can probably give them to your kids, no problem. Now, before we go to the next one, we bake these. We did not fry them. Usually when you get them at a restaurant, they're going to be fried.
Yeah. So, jump into our next one.
Mm-hmm.
Our next one
They're not that bad.
are SpongeBob SquarePants regular flavored chicken nuggets. You'll see why I said regular later on. And this one is distributed by Simon's Prepared Foods from Siloam Springs, Arkansas. And that's what that looks like.
Now, we'll go on with our fact.
Now let's go ahead and try the SpongeBob regular chicken nugget.
And we'll guess that's
Go
SpongeBob.
ahead.
Squidward.
I get Squidward.
So the fact for this, it says they were created for a chef who worked for the Queen. Who better to formulate a recipe for the world's biggest fast food chain than somebody with royal experience. To help McDonald's reputation change their menu, the company called Rene Arend, a Luxembourg-born chef whose resume included making dinner for Queen Elizabeth II and the King of Belgium.
These actually have a pretty alright flavor.
The chicken flavor on this is probably better than
The first
the Dino Nuggets
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I would say it has a cleaner kind of taste.
Honestly, like the chicken to me tastes a little bit like that what you would get in the like the condensed chicken noodle soup. It almost has that kind of like chicken flavor to it.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. I like how their taste tastes because it's like just like a regular chicken nugget because it is. And
How different was this flavor from this flavor?
the gluten free was like a little bit less more taste, and the regular one was a little bit more tasty.
So the Dino Nuggets, the gluten free ones, taste a little bit more plain, huh?
They taste a little bit more plain.
So
Now let's move on to the next one.
our next one are going to be the store brand nuggets. I'm going to go ahead and cover the name of the store. But these are just your regular basic breaded chicken nuggets, and we'll see what this tastes like. I won't mention the company that distributes them because it'll give it away. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will get it from this, but they are from Bentonville, Arkansas. That's where
And
they send
let's
it
go
from.
and let's go ahead and taste them.
All right. So the fact, they weren't the first chicken dish. Even a chef with those credentials couldn't be expected to create the perfect recipe on his first shot. His first idea was a deep fried chicken pot pie, but it failed in testing. The team also tried fried chicken but couldn't drum up excitement at restaurants like KFC dominating the market.
It's a little
But
it's a little bit more like softer than the other one.
in the first two, huh?
Mhm.
Now,
The first two were like crunchier.
the same thing as our popcorn video, I kind of feel like so far the store brand actually has a little bit of a better flavor.
The flavor isn't bad on it. Now, granted, the first two had probably been in the oven the longest, keeping it warm. It was a lot softer in density when you took a bite. So I don't know if they just ground up their meat more, or
Well, the inside didn't look like, if you looked at the first two when you bit into it, the inside chicken meat actually looked like a little patty,
yeah,
as to where this one looked a little bit more loose inside.
yeah.
So the next one is actually something none of us have ever tried before. It's one of those newer flavors out there. These are Tyson's hash brown flavored chicken nuggets. So I guess it has like an outside coating of hash brown rather than your regular bread. These are distributed. Where's the?
I'm gonna guess by Tyson.
It's by Tyson. There you go. Tyson's distribution from Springfield, Arkansas.
Okay.
Let's
Next
go ahead
nugget
and-
fact.
Let's go ahead and see how this tries.
So on this nugget fact was they weren't the first nugget either. McDonald's almost gave up on the chicken idea entirely and pulled out a completely different item: onion nuggets. Those hit the market in the 1970s and actually inspired the chicken nugget, which debuted in the early 80s. The onion nuggets were pulled off the menu after their meaty cousins stole the show. Now, there's a show that I like to watch on YouTube, Good Mythical Morning. They actually recreated the onion nugget.
I saw that.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of heard of it.
Which we're not plugging, but definitely a channel to actually check out. Now these I was kind of excited about, but they're a little salty to me.
They are salty.
Yeah,
I don't really like them because they don't taste
like
that
a chicken
good.
nugget.
They don't taste that good like a chicken nugget either, because I think the taste is just like the taste is really just salty.
Salty, right?
Now, cooking wise, I'm trying to understand. They probably added a little bit more salt for the potato, but on the outside texture, you don't pick that potato up necessarily.
Not even the flavor of it, like the texture or the flavor. But you know what? I was thinking now we did bake these, so I wonder if these would might taste better fried.
They probably would. Now the potato flavor I'm picking up, it almost it has that cardboardy kind of taste. So most likely fried, these would probably be a different thing on
taste
its own,
to
yeah.
it. Our next brand doesn't really have an actual brand of it. It's just Jurassic World Dino Nuggets.
And I get the T-Rex.
So these are distributed by Homestyle Harvest from Camelback Road in Phoenix, Arizona.
All right.
That's where my grandma used to live. Arizona.
Fun fact.
So the McRib was created because there wasn't enough chicken for McNuggets. Sorry, excuse me. In 2009 interview, Aaron said that when McDonald's first introduced the nuggets, they were such hot sellers that every franchise wanted to get their hands on them. At that point, McDonald's couldn't keep up with the demand, so Chef claims he created the McRib so other franchises would still have a new menu item without requiring the low supply of chicken.
I really like the taste. It really tastes really good. I really like the taste of the chicken because it tastes like McDonald's chicken that tastes really good, and it tastes really yummy, delicious.
To me, they kind of have the kind of like that school chicken nugget taste.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't taste like something you would get like from a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant, or even a store nugget. It tastes like the school nugget.
I like the breading on this one.
I'm gonna
It reminds me more of a meal type breading than a breaded.
Just like regular.
Yeah. With it being baked, it had a good little crunch to it, but the inside was still good.
Is that the ball?
That's the paw.
All right, what do we got
So our next one, being from California, Foster Farm is actually a really popular company out here as far as like lunch meats, chicken and stuff. So this is their regular, just chicken nugget. Like I said, it is distributed by Foster Farm, and that's from out here in Livingston, California.
And our fact is actually about Tyson. It says Tyson helped keep up the demands. With the nuggets' popularity rising, McDonald's initially had a hard time keeping up with high demand. To keep restaurants from running out, the fast food chain teamed up with Tyson Foods for its poultry supply.
It tastes just like a regular brownie.
These
That-
I actually like.
It tastes okay. It tastes
They-
good.
There's not a whole lot of seasoning to the bread, but
Mhm.
it still tastes pretty good to me.
Well, these, of course, it's advertised right on the front. It's made from the breast.
Right.
So to me, it's tasting like they're using a little bit better quality, probably meat, than probably what the rest are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are probably my favorite right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these I was interested in trying too, just like the hash brown ones. These
I'm
are
not really that interested in those ones because they smell pretty weird.
these are the SpongeBob ones again, but these are maple flavored breakfast nuggets. It still is chicken meat. It's just the breading I assume has a maple, which we actually smelled it while making it. It smelled like breakfast sausage. So let's go ahead and get into these.
Mm-hmm.
Which it looks like we got
I'm
two
going to be
SpongeBob
getting
and Squidward.
Squidward again.
Alright.
It looks like a
So-
dress. He's wearing a dress. Let's say that.
Next fact, they don't contain pink slime. A viral video of pink slime that supposedly came from McDonald's gave McNuggets a bad name. But the image was actually from the chain, who insists they never used it. The gross-looking pink slime is known as lean, finely textured beef in the meat industry, and plenty of suppliers use it. The goo looks gross and is treated with ammonium hydroxide, but it's entirely safe to eat. Regardless, McDonald's stopped using ammonia in its products, McNuggets included, in 2012, after a push from the public.
Alright. This is where we edit out.
Oh, we don't have to add that.
Obviously, she didn't care for them.
It did not taste how I wanted it to taste.
They have like a very faint maple taste. Like you get it at first, and then it just goes away.
Oh.
I got it more on the back end, but it's faint, it does taste manufactured.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like mayonnaise.
It's not the maple. Like when you open it and smell it, it smells really good. It smells like maple breakfast sausage, but it doesn't taste anything like what it smells like.
Again, I would like to know how this would taste fried compared to
Baked.
baked.
Alright,
I
now I'll
don't-
let you go ahead and show the last one because it's
I
over
didn't
on your
really
end.
like it because it didn't taste that good.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right.
It tastes
I
like
can just reach
breakfast,
over.
but it tastes like breakfast sandwiches.
So these are probably the most popular Dino Nuggets. I'm
My
pretty sure
favorite.
if you guys got kids, some of you have these in your freezer right now.
I'm getting the big one.
These are the Yummy Dino Buddies. These come from. Where's their distribution? Doesn't. From the these were the ones from the Maxi Canada Inc. So
Okay.
these are made in Canada.
Go Canada. All right. What we got?
Go
And let's go
Canada.
ahead and try these. I know these are popular. Like I said, with people who have kids.
Speaking of shapes, we're gonna go with this fact. You've probably noticed that chicken nuggets always come in the same 4 shapes, but did you know each one of them has a name? Yeah, I think they're talking like McDonald's. The ball is round. The bone looks like a rounded rectangle. The boot has an edge jutting out, and the bell is diamond-like. No matter what you call it, a McNugget by any other name tastes just as good. Now, one thing me and Edwin noticed is if you look, half of these, at least 4, half of them were all dino shapes. So apparently, for the home person, dino shapes is
The most popular.
Most
And if you
popular.
think about it, nuggets are a good finger food for kids. So I assume that's why they go with the dino shape. What did you think of these? You like these though. You get these a lot, huh? What do you think of them?
They taste really good. I like the taste. It tastes like something that you would eat every day, but not like every day. Maybe like sometimes because it's not that healthy for you.
So again, the taste is something you would eat every day, but not every day, just some days.
the outside has a mealy kind of texture for the
Mhm.
breading, almost like the Tyson's did. Now this one reminded me of the school.
That one reminded you of
That
Skull
one
Nuggets?
reminded me of the school. It's not bad. I mean, I liked it. I guess now we have to judge them. Last, number 8.
The worst one, I think I'm gonna side with me on this one and go with the maple flavored SpongeBob ones.
I'll go with that. It's different. Not everybody's gonna like them. The maple flavor is fake. Again, I would like to see what it was fried, but that's not this test.
So for now,
So
they
we
are
got-
dead last.
Number 8.
So which one was your second least favorite?
I hated that one.
Which one is this one? This one?
No, that one.
No, I know, but which one is the one you hated after that one?
After that one,
Like, if you can pick another one you wouldn't want to eat again, which one would it be?
I think it would not have to be.
The hash brown ones? I think I'm with you. They're really salty.
Yeah.
Salty. They are salty.
They
I
were
think
my
they're trying to
favorite.
cover with some of that potato flavor. Doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It's like
Like
too
this one.
much. It's too
I
much
think-
salty.
Yeah, it might have been different fried though.
If we fried it, it probably would have had a lot different consistency, but I'm going to agree with them. We're going to go number 7.
Okay, now here is where I think we're gonna start disagreeing a little bit, as far as at least me and you with her, because
I had
we were,
different tastes.
yeah, we were giving out different taste palettes. So for me, if I had to pick the next one that I didn't really care for, as much as I want to say the gluten-free ones, I think the regular SpongeBob ones would probably be my next least favorite. What do you think is your next least favorite?
I think my least favorite was like I think it was like the SpongeBob ones because they didn't really have that much taste that I wanted.
Okay.
What would be your next least favorite?
These two are running close,
Yeah.
but since she's on the side on you, we'll go with that one. and we'll keep moving on.
And my next one would be the gluten-free ones, just
Gluten-free?
because they weren't bad with the crunch, but their flavor, like I didn't taste much flavor there.
I think might change depending on how we cook them,
Maybe.
but we're gonna go with number 5 on that. They weren't bad at all,
I really like
but
it
they're
though.
not the best.
I
out of
like the one, but not that one.
All right.
So that leaves us, we have the Yummy Dino Buddies, we have the Foster Farm, the store brand, and the Jurassic World.
Jurassic World
Now,
Crunching.
my next vote with the least favorite is probably going to be those.
The Dino Bunnies.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I really like the those ones.
So which one would be the one you didn't like though?
Hmm.
That's just my pick. If you had to pick one that you didn't like that much out of the 4 that are left, which one would it be?
I don't know. I like it now.
Well, did you like these?
Well, these ones are pretty much my least favorite.
So that would be your next pick?
Yeah.
And what would be yours?
See, mine is the Great Values, just because the texture of the meat wasn't there. Flavor-wise was okay, but they didn't have that hold up. It seemed like it was fall apart.
Okay, so you're going to be the tiebreaker. So Joseph liked these the least, and I liked those. If you had to pick with me and Joseph, which one would you pick that you didn't like?
I think I pretty much not liked these ones.
Okay, so the store brand will be the next one. Now, we have Jurassic World, Foster Farms, and the Yummy Dino Buddies.
Foster Farms.
I'm going to stick with Dino Buddies on mine.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick.
you're just not a fan. You know, I'm kind of gonna go with me at Foster Farms,
Okay.
and it's not really they seem to have a better quality of meat. I just didn't like the outside.
It was too, like, soft for you, or what?
It's
Or just
just
not
too. It reminds me of like your traditional nugget that you're always going to get at home,
Okay.
compared to like if you were to go somewhere else.
Got you.
Where I think even if you fried it, you're still going to have that same experience.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's why I'm going with that one.
Yeah, that's cool. It's 2-1. So, much like your ratio as far as buying nuggets, the last 2 we have are Dino.
They're both dino
Jurassic
shaped nuggets, which I was saying. They out of 4 of the 8, they were all dinos.
So you're gonna have your Jurassic World, and you're gonna have your Yummy Dino Buddies, which I don't mean to sound like a Scrooge, but I'm gonna stick with mine, guys.
You're
I
gonna go with that one.
I really did not like the Jurassic Park one.
So you'd rather the Dino Buddies over Jurassic World?
See,
So
and
you're
for
the
me,
tiebreaker.
I'm the tiebreaker on this one. It's that guy.
The Dino Buddies.
Where honestly, though, I think if this
Dino
one was
Butters
fried
my favorite.
over this one will wheel out. But
That one will lose.
they did really good all around.
So surprisingly, the number 1 spot will go to your Jurassic World Nuggets, which I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
Now, of
I
course,
was totally not expecting
this was not me, most popular. So,
it was
in your
like-
comments, you tell us,
Which
what
one
your
was your
most?
favorite?
yep, which one would you rather see as your most popular? With that, like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you, Mia, for joining us again.
And pick which one, whatever flavor you will like the most of chicken nuggets.
We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.